And we are live. No Chill Live. 110. We back.
We're back. Turn it up. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I think I finally hit a good rhythm with the opening for once. Welcome, everybody. We got Julian here. We got Bryan. We got
What's
Troy.
good? What's good?
Your favorite light-skinned trio.
Follow and subscribe. All platforms.
Oh yes, man. We are live on Twitter, on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Welcome, everybody. Man, feels good to be back.
It does. It does. There's been a lot going on, and we're here to bring you some really great content today.
Hell yes, only the best from No Chill Live. Y'all know us. We see your comments. Yo, man. I just want to say, last week, we had episode 109, and we forgot to say RIP to the legend Harry Belafonte. We dropped the ball on that.
We did. RIP to the legend. Oh my God. Trendsetter, pioneer. So many things that could be said about Harry.
Yeah, for sure, man. And, I just want to play this one audio clip of someone paying homage to Harry.
And finally, let me say, Day-o, day-o, daylight come and they want to go home.
OJ.
God bless Harry Belafonte. I'm just saying. Take care. And finally,
his I'm just saying was a little bit more somber. That go around, man. OJ, he's paying his respects. He posts clips like every day.
Does he really?
On Twitter, yeah. He has like his own show on Twitter.
How many?
They refused to verify OJ, but he bought that blue check, of course. He said, "Y'all can't stop me."
He's got more than like 900,000 followers.
Damn, not touching 1 million.
No, excuse me. He lost a few. He's at 885,000.
Damn. I follow him. I'm not gonna lie. I follow OJ on Twitter. I mean, he posts a lot of good content. I like to hear, his takes on things. I don't know. I feel like he feels like so entitled, like to share his opinion all the time. It's nuts.
I mean, once you reach a certain age, it's like, I'm gonna say what I want. Fuck what y'all think. This man got away with murder. Like he's doing his worst.
Word. Where I am, like we had some really shitty ass weather this weekend, but it ain't stop us.
Yeah, no.
I know you had a decent weekend, bro. You spent all night. You were out all night. With Saturday partying?
All night partying, smoking hookah, drinking. What kind of shots? Green tea shots as well.
I
had that.
Shots,
yeah, they were really good. Nat actually made those from scratch. Shout out to Nat.
Oh, sure.
But it was a pretty solid weekend. Sunday though, I was burnt out. I was just chilling all day. It was a lot going on. Just in the noggin. I needed some time.
Word. I feel you, man. Like I had a good weekend. Friday I was out like a little bit too late, but it wasn't too bad. It just started raining. It was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Then Saturday I ain't do shit, bro. You know who saved me? Pharrell Williams with Something in the Water, man. They live streamed on Friday and Saturday.
That's
Sunday
right.
was canceled. We went to the...
Wait, Sunday was canceled? I didn't even know.
Yeah, they got rained out. Just like Friday was rained out when we went 4 years ago. They're kind of cursed. Wow. But hey, man, Saturday was dope. He brought out Busta Rhymes. He brought out Diddy. He brought out Coily Ray, Lola Brooke, MIA.
Oh, wow. A lot of people.
Yeah. It was dope, man. Like, it was cool. I watched UFC. And Sunday, I caught the Knicks out with Jenna. Ran into my boy Yilson, our friend. Down at Barcade in Jersey City. So I had a nice bounce back, but yeah, I needed some time to rest. I was burnt out, bro. We getting older.
Yeah, we definitely are. Move that mic up a little bit, bro.
Oh shit, you can't.
Little soft right now. A little soft.
Pause. But yeah, Troy, man, you had a bachelor party, bro. You said you would report back. How was it?
Yeah, no, I celebrated my boy Lewis's bachelor party this past weekend. It was overall a nice time. I planned it all, so a lot of pressure to come through for my boy, but it was about 10 of us from Friday and Saturday. Friday, we went down to Asbury Park, went to the beer garden, had some good drinks, some good food. Then we went to Silver Ball Pinball Museum, played some arcade games, some skee balls, some stuff like that. The place is BYOB, so had a few drinks there as well. That was fun.
I didn't know it was BYOB. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's
I love BYOB, man.
Yeah.
That shit's always clutch.
Yeah.
For sure. Good business. All these businesses do BYOB. It's great. And then Saturday, we went down to this virtual reality gaming spot. So we got these VR headsets, played some zombie shooter games, some racing games, some stuff like that. Had a good time. We got rained out for one of the beer halls that we tried to go to, so that was unfortunate. But we got a nice dinner at some wing spot. Then we went out to this new place that just opened called Lucky Snake, which is kind of like a Dave and Buster's type place. And overall we had a good time. Good people, good company. Didn't win any money, but overall we had a good time, and I think he did too.
You can tell that he set up the whole agenda because he was able to tell us every single thing that happened.
Every spot.
Yeah, I've been going over it for the past 2 months.
I know, man. That sounds like a really fun weekend, though. Y'all had a good time. Big group too. 10 people.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised. I thought VR gaming was going to be the next big thing, and I feel like it's fallen off the last 5 years.
Yeah, it seems like it's one of those fads, motion controls with the Wii a few years ago. It's fun for the first few months, but you do it once or twice and you're kind of over it.
I don't think it's there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Technology-wise?
Yeah, tech-wise, I don't think it's enough reality to the virtual piece yet.
Gotcha.
And I think once it actually gets to that point, it'll probably skyrocket. Everybody's always looking for some new entertainment and stuff like that. People spend money on whatever if they feel it's worth it. So
yeah, that sounds dope, man. That sounds like a good weekend despite the shitty weather.
Mm-hmm.
Made the most of it, yo.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. Last week we had a ton of news, but this week I feel like not so much. We found a lot of cool things to talk about, man. I know they started doing the Whitehouse Correspondence Dinner again.
Yes, indeed. I didn't get a chance to catch it. Did you listen to any of it?
Yeah, I watched some of Roy Wood Jr.'s. I watched his whole monologue. He did 20 minutes. It was really good. He took shots at CNN, Fox News, Joe Biden, the Republicans. Everybody was catching strays, but it was really, really concise. I felt like he hit upon a lot of things that we hit upon, even highlighting Charles Barkley and Gayle King's upcoming show on CNN.
Yeah.
He said it's pretty much just going to be him saying ridiculous things and her looking into the camera now Charles. So he did a really good job, man. I really hope that they give him the job at the Daily Show. I know they've had a lot of people fill in since Trevor Noah left, but hopefully he gets the gig. And Joe Biden, he went up there. He shouted out Brittany Griner. She stood up, awkwardly. It was so weird to me to see this group, this whole hall of white people get up and clap for Brittany Griner, and she's just standing there awkwardly, yes, I smoked weed in Russia. I'm a hero.
Dude, that's how I felt watching the press conference last week too. It was her first time since she got back talking to the media and stuff. And everyone, before they even said anything to her, they're like, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you for your service.
You're so strong.
That weed was strong. That's why they smelled it in the airport. God damn, shout out to Brittany Griner. Like I said, I really hope she balls out this season. But yeah, Biden, I gotta say, bro, that he made some jokes, referring to his age. He was you say I'm old, I say I'm wise, all these different things. He also, had some jokes about him whispering into the mic. He's like, I love NPR because like me, they whisper into the mic. And he whispered when he said it, but okay. I gotta say, man, Joe Biden, he looks like a corpse, bro. He just looks like a dead person.
He's really old. Plus, the liver spots are really starting to show. I don't know if they just decided to stop paying the makeup artist, but they should put them back on staff. I don't care if the economy's bad. It's your fault, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. He did a good job reading the jokes, but honestly, half the time he sounds like he drank a half a bottle of NyQuil. He just sounds like an old man, and to imagine him running for 4 more years just seems crazy. But hey, it's cool because I forgot about the Correspondence Dinner because Trump said fuck that shit when he was in office. We not doing that.
He did.
But they brought it back
because he knew Trump was never the one that wanted to sit there and get roasted.
Yeah,
like his ego does not serve well for that kind of atmosphere. So I'm glad they brought it back. It definitely, a couple of the clips I saw on Twitter, they were pretty funny.
Yeah. It was cool. Kind of lighthearted stuff. They had a lot to work with the CNN and Fox News firings, and it was good. I would recommend watching Roy Wood Jr.'s like monologue. It's definitely worth it. He also made fun of Kamala. He was like, oh, everyone's like asking like, what does she do? Like, but then he was just like, oh, no one ever asked what a vice president is doing until a woman was like in office. And then he was saying he watched a documentary of Dick Cheney, and he was just like, yeah, if you're a vice president and they have a documentary of shit that you were doing, then I don't think you're doing the job right.
Exactly. No one should hear about you unless, God forbid, the president dies.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. But yeah, man, I'm sure Joe Biden had a lot of people writing those jokes for him, as Roy Wood Jr. They're good writers, but a lot of the TV writers, man, they're going on fucking strike, bro.
That's right.
More than 11,000 members of the Writers Guild of America are set to go. Well, they're already on strike for the first time since 2007, man.
That's crazy. I mean, listen, we need more of that over here. In the States, we really don't hit the streets enough. We don't put up enough of a fuss when it comes to like things that aren't right. I mean, the last thing that we had was Black Lives Matter with George Floyd. You don't really see much else. Usually when it happens, it's kept under wraps and they come to some sort of agreement, settlement pretty soon. But hey, go get your money.
Yeah, go get your money. Last time I remember when this happened before, and it did affect like a lot of the shows. A lot of shows were canceled. I remember Heroes on NBC, like they were actually doing pretty decent, and the writer's strike came and they got all screwed over. Troy, did you watch Heroes back in the day?
No, I wanted to, and I heard after the writer's strike, it kind of went downhill after that. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
Yeah, it killed off shows. Late night hosts, they rely heavily on writers, and a lot of them have taken a break, bro. Yeah. Do you think that they're gonna, settle this anytime soon?
We'll see. It seems like the major sticking points right now are mandatory staffing and duration of employment. Which, I mean, if you're trying to negotiate this sort of agreement between different unions and member companies and things like that, those are pretty big areas to be hung up on. So I don't know. The last time we experienced this was 2007, and they were on strike for 100 days.
Yeah, that's a long time, man. And I don't really care. Like, honestly, I don't watch a lot of like late night shows. I don't know how this will impact other, shows that we watch on TV. But I do hope that they get paid. I'm always for the workers, especially when they're trying to automate fucking everyone's job, bro. Do you think now with AI that these writers can be replaced with ChatGPT? I mean, I actually had ChatGPT like make a fake Seinfeld episode, and it was pretty good. I had to give like it a few different tries, and then I could piece something together, but it actually worked pretty well. Do you think that, they're going to try to, use AI to write some jokes?
I don't know. They might. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've recently used ChatGPT to help me get some work done as well. You're completely right, though. It takes a little bit of time. You got to catch an attitude with it. Like, yo, that's not what I told you to do. I said put sections 1 and sections 2 together and make it more fluent and readable. Like, come on. How many times I got to ask?
You better talk to the AI nice, man. They don't forget, bro. They don't forget.
But I don't think that ChatGPT is there yet. But I do think that from a money standpoint, these companies that are involved with this strike and stuff, they're going to see drops in their stock price. We already have an economy that's struggling. I don't know if it's enough to really trigger a recession, but some of these companies are big names: Amazon, Netflix, CNN, like Sony, like Disney, all these major companies. So to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts and how it impacts, the industry. Hopefully, they're able to get paid. I think it is a good time for them to strike and get everything in writing with, everything changing and the economy being where it's at. I mean, the last time this happened was 2007. And, I don't know. Like, Hollywood's so exploitive. Like, I just always think it's good to protect yourself, man.
Yeah. From a money standpoint, they're saying that the union's proposals would gain writers about $429 million per year.
Damn.
And the current offer is about $86 million per year.
Damn, that's a big difference.
Like, that's a crazy difference.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can find somewhere in the middle to meet, but
yeah,
that's a big delta. Big delta.
Shout out to all the writers.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to hire us, big bags.
Yeah, for real. For real. Listen, a fraction of whatever y'all paying them, let me know.
Nah, bro, writers don't get paid that much, man.
What do they do like in the meantime while they're on strike? I wonder. Like,
make TikToks.
I was gonna say, like,
just
start driving for Uber, like delivering for DoorDash. What are they doing?
I think that's what they're already doing. That's why they're fighting for more money. So what difference does it make? Making these motherfuckers rich. But hey, it's capitalism. A lot of us make our owners rich, just like this one guy, man. They call him the godfather of AI. He just quit Google and said he regrets his life's work because it can be hard to stop the bad actors from using it for bad things. Damn, one of his main concerns is how easy it is to access AI text and image generation tools, and how that could lead to more fake and fraudulent content being created, and how the average person would not be able to know what's true anymore. And I was just having this conversation, that's my main concern as well.
And we've been having this conversation,
yeah. And I know we talked about this last week with Elon Musk having his company. He's been very vocal against AI. And you called him out, and you were really correct in saying, oh, he's plotting something else. But this guy, it seems like he's actually done with it. It seems like he's actually trying to do a press run to just warn people. Do you think he has an ulterior motive? Do you think he's going to be dropping an AI company in a couple months too? Or do you think, his concerns are real?
I mean, listen, I think that his concerns are probably real. He's been in tech for 40 years or something like that. His name is George Hinton. He's been around for a very long time, very well known and respected in the tech community.
Jeffrey Hinton.
Oh, excuse me, Jeffrey. And I think that he's probably got real concerns because I recently heard from my own company's tech leadership, and they were saying that the way that AI has moved over the last year, 2 years or so is very reminiscent to how the .com sort of boom happened when the World Wide Web was first created, and then it started to gain popularity in the 90s and stuff. And I think we know like how quickly that evolved and led to cell phones and laptops and all this other Wi-Fi and all this other crazy stuff. So I think people are scared that, AI might become smarter than us faster than we think. And we're not necessarily going to have the guardrails in place to protect against that, which is scary. You've been much more scared of that than me in this live video and stuff. And I get it. I definitely get it. Now, the one thing I will say, did you hear his comments about Google?
No, I didn't hear specifically know what he said.
So first it came out that he left and that he was like concerned about AI and stuff like that. And everybody thought he was like trying to bash Google, saying that Google's fucking up. Okay. And he had to immediately come out and be like, no, Google's been a proper steward of artificial intelligence for the last 10 plus years. And this is just my own personal view.
Yo, that was the AI that wrote that shit. They got that nigga on gunpoint.
Oh, shit. Definitely did. They definitely did. He said that he had to leave the company so that he can speak freely about the dangers of AI.
That's interesting. I mean, I've been always afraid of the robots and AI. I've always been concerned about it and just people's perception of reality, even with social media. And this is that times like a million. Like we can't even fathom how it. I wouldn't even compare it to anything else because I feel like the way it's evolved in just the months we've been talking about it since Chat GPT was released, since they had that weird ass AI rapper. Like they went from having a weird ass AI rapper where some guy was actually doing the voice, but the machine was writing the raps to making totally random songs with Drake and The Weeknd's voice within months. Like the technology wasn't that evolved months ago. It's insane how fast it's evolved, and I don't know what the future is going to hold. But I will say, to my future, girlfriend, like if you ever see me cheating or any voice or any video, it's AI. It's not real. I would never do that. I would never do no shit like that, bro. It's AI. They're gonna get us. They're gonna try to set us up. They're gonna be like, look, this is you on Snapchat, like making out with this girl at the club, and I'm like, that is AI.
Fake. That's a deep fake,
bro. I'm scared of the future, I think they're gonna try to get us all. They're gonna try to split us up. They're gonna try to get within, our families and break people up, and I'm just not for that,
You think that AI is gonna infiltrate the human species and then like slowly take us down from the inside?
Bro, we just talked last week about the guy who had the AI sex doll wife.
We did.
What happened? His family abandoned him.
And we also talked about the guy who got played out. Like he got ghosted by the AI. Remember? She was like, "I'm not interested in you anymore."
Damn, that is sad, bro. That is sad. But this guy, I feel like he's trying to do the right thing. But at this point, I feel like it's too far gone. But hey, his company got bought out for $44 million in 2013. And damn, I think that shit would be worth a lot more, especially with what Google's doing with it now. Damn.
Multiply that by 10, 15, 20. Like
that was 10 years ago, bro. And that's just how far ahead these companies think. And they're not even just thinking 10 years. They're thinking 100 years ahead. Like at least.
Yeah.
It's a different way. We really can't think of it. And that's what honestly always scares me about China. I feel like they're going to be the first country with an AI leader. I think they pretty much already like have it. Like it's nuts the way that they select their leadership. But I think I think they'll fully embrace it, and other people will follow suit. But hey, how long do you think it'll take before like we're totally ruled by artificial intelligence and we don't even have any idea? Because I feel like the algorithms are already controlling society. I mean, we saw the 2016 election.
Yeah.
But this is that like so much more evolved.
That, or I mean, if we even make it to that point where the AI can control us, I feel like before that, the AI will just come up with the standard scenario where we've seen already, where it comes to the conclusion that in order to protect Earth, it has to get rid of human beings, and then it initiates a worldwide. Yeah, you know what? Anyway,
you saying they'll destroy us before they just rule us? I don't think so. Because I mean, think about the country, the governments around the world, the corporations around the world, the banks. They already rule us. Technology, the algorithms. Really, like we're living in their world that they put in front of us. This is pretty much gives them the tools to create an entire different world and be like, think about it. I just got a notification saying that like, the history scores in education in the United States are like an all-time low. And it's just like, you could literally paint an entire different version of history based on whatever story you want to tell. And
I mean, they've been trying to do that for a while now.
Yeah, but now they have, think about this, like now they have a generation of kids who, if they don't see a video, it didn't happen. They're so conditioned to videotape
That's
everything.
A good point.
And now, they also don't have a good education when it comes to history. They don't trust things. Their own parents are on Facebook spreading fake news. So we're just kind of breeding the perfect generation to just believe whatever the fuck they see. The same way kind of older people, when, now when they watch TV, a lot of people, old people who watch Fox News, they just think, oh, this is the news because growing up, they were conditioned to believe if it's on TV, it's real. So, I feel like this is that, and times 1,000. They call TV programming to program people. So we've been doing it for so long, but now it's just like, it's scary to think of how deep it could go.
You might be right. Maybe they'll just take over control of the world, continue to have the same systems in place, but make us make more robots and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder what the future of work is gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I wonder that too, because I'm trying to keep working. Hopefully it's this, guys. Subscribe and like so we can keep working, getting paid, Yo, Troy, what do you think about AI, What do you think is going to happen in the future?
I think, I've seen way too many horror movies and like sci-fi movies. I'm super nerdy into stuff like that. And I think AI is just going to find out that humanity is not really good for Earth and just take us all out. I don't think the rich are going to do anything. Yeah. I think AI is going to outsmart us all and just take us out. Or have us working like that episode of Black Mirror where everyone's in those little pods powering everything up just to power up the AI. And then, we'll just be self-sustaining, lost in like these digital AI worlds, something crazy like that.
I could see that. Yeah. I could see that. Turn us into guinea pigs.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Peloton bike. I feel like I do that today. Like, for real. Did you guys see the movie Upgrade?
No.
You did see it? Oh, you didn't see Upgraded?
I don't think so.
You got to watch Upgraded. Every time I think of this shit, I think of Upgraded because, like, that movie is just the way. I can't even give it away, but it's a good one. You should definitely.
It's on Hulu. I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah, everyone go watch Upgrade. I saw it in theaters. There are some really good scenes in it. Very good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
The robots are coming.
Yeah, they're here, bro. They're in your Instagram stories. The slutty bots watch your stories. I don't even understand that shit, but whatever. Anyway, what's been like a movie? The NBA playoffs this year, man.
Boom.
It's been a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah, man. These playoffs have been phenomenal. Phenomenal playoffs. Who's been booted so far? Clippers are out. Timberwolves out. Pelicans out. There's
Cavaliers.
Cavs. Of course, the Cavs are out.
They out. They back in Cleveland, or they're in Cancun. No one wants to be in Cleveland. Let's be real.
Yeah. Who else? The Bulls are out. There's a lot of teams that are out, but there's definitely some rocking matchups right now.
Let's not focus on the losers.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, the Celtics and Sixers are playing right now. And the Knicks and Heat, they played last night. The Knicks evened the series at 1-1.
Tied it up.
Yeah, the Lakers beat the Warriors. The Nuggets beat the Suns twice, man. It's getting hot and heavy, yo. But really the Lakers surprised a lot of people by taking down the Grizzlies. I know I was surprised. I picked the Grizzlies to win before that series started. Same. And there was a lot of beef. We were at the bar watching the Tank Davis and Garcia fight last weekend, not this past weekend, and we saw Dylan Brooks smack Bron in the balls and get ejected. This is after he called him old and said, "I like to poke bears."
Yeah,
said,
Bron, you got to put 40 on me before I respect you.
Bron heard him loud and clear. He even had some, words for him in the warm-ups after, he came back from the ejection. And the Lakers handled the Grizzlies, bro.
Yeah, they beat them down. See, I knew when I wore my Lakers jersey a few weeks back, I was making the right choice. I knew it.
You do have a Ja Morant jersey, and you did not wear that.
I didn't wear it.
No, you're right.
I didn't.
Take all the credit.
I was trying to send a message,
but all the credit since your team's not in it. Like
that's right. That's right. Team number 2. But I'm really impressed with the Lakers so far, and they just upset the Warriors yesterday at home. Were able to hold on. I thought they were going to fucking fumble that W, though, at the last couple minutes. They were letting the Warriors catch some steam. But it's been a really entertaining playoffs. How are you feeling about the Knicks tying up the series?
Yeah, I feel good. Randall's back. They got a long break before they go back or go down to Miami, South Beach. I feel good about it. I feel like it's going to be a super competitive series, and also I feel like we're playing with house money. We made it further than anyone thought we would this year, so shout out to the New York Knicks, man. If we make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm definitely going to go to the Garden. Hopefully, Boston, New York, Eastern Conference Finals would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I feel good. But what do you think about Dylan Brooks and Braun's beef? Braun put out a tweet after the series, with a bunch of emojis, talking a lot of shit, saying, ask about me. I probably did shit with your pops, like blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what he'd be saying a lot of the time. But hey, a lot of people liked it. It got reposted. And the next day, the Memphis Grizzlies themselves, they told Dylan Brooks' agent and the press, he's not coming back by under any circumstances.
I have never seen that. Like, the playoffs not even over.
Shame.
It's not the off season.
Shame.
LeBron was going crazy. It's so funny because usually when he goes into the playoffs, he puts up his like 0 dark 30, no more social media, books only on the first page. So like he usually does something like that. This year he did not, and he's playing great. And he's been talking his shit. First, he said, if you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. All caps. All caps, he put that shit up.
Oh, my God. I did not see that one.
No, that was on Instagram. And then on Twitter, what did he put? I can't find the tweet.
Yeah, it was a long ass tweet.
Yeah, he was talking a lot of smack. He's clearly fed up. He said, unlike you little, he was trying to say, unlike you little niggas, I'm a grown ass man, big shoes to fill, grown, probably hustled with your pops. Woo! Go ask your parents. It's apparent you're.
He got bars.
He was going crazy. Like I just haven't seen that kind of reaction from Braun before.
I mean, the guy did talk a lot of shit and smack him in the nuts. It energized Braun. And you think he wrote that himself? It seems like he really did.
No, he definitely did. Yeah, he said, it's apparent you're staring at a legend who put a few little niggas in their place before, trying to eat without saying they grace before. Ooh. Jeez. No, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure that's a Jay-Z quote.
Okay. Hey, shit, you got to respect the greats. But yeah, shout out to Braun, man. It's good that he's still active. He was hurt at the end of the season. Yeah. He broke the scoring record this year, so it's good to see him still competing. Even though I never root for the Lakers, I always want them to lose. But the Knicks are in. I'm hoping for a LA New York NBA Finals, bro.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
If the Lakers and Knicks both made it when nobody thought, like, there's absolutely no one who thought that those two teams would make it to the finals.
Yeah, no one who wasn't smoking crack. That's
yeah. And there's definitely plenty of those in both New York and LA. So.
Let's not talk about Philadelphia again. Yeah, we got some comments on that video earlier today.
Listen, we're gonna talk about Philly a little bit later, but I think James Harden.
Yeah, shout out to James Harden,
turning back the hands on the clock, man. He is 45 points, mad assists. Like he was just
going crazy on Tatum and Brown.
Yeah,
on them young boys. Said, watch this. Yeah, man. There's some competitive series.
The Celtics shot like over 70% from the field and lost that game.
That's
insane. That's crazy.
That's fucked up. Damn, man. Hopefully they get game 2 or they're in some real trouble. You never want to lose your first 2 at home. That's bad. You never want to lose any at home, but at least you want to make it even before going away. Yeah. A lot of strategy here. A lot of great basketball. We're not going to be here next week, guys, but we will be back in 2 weeks. So, I think we'll be at the conference finals at that point. So we'll definitely have some updates by then. Hopefully the Knicks, continue their magical run. If not, it's been a good year. Like, I'm not upset. I think the future is bright. I'm happy. Nothing can make me sad at this point.
Okay.
Shout out to Josh Hart, Hartenstein, Jalen Brunson, of course. He got ice in his veins.
I mean, listen,
RJ Barrett.
At this point, it's a 5-game series. So do you feel confident that your team's going to win 3 of the next 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For sure. Shout out to Julius Randle, too. He had a really great game coming back from an injury. Respect. I mean, he did, step in bounds in the last few seconds of the game.
Yo, when he did that, I wanted to hit you up so badly because I knew you were hot. Like, I knew you were so mad, cursing him out. This fucking idiot. Like, he's so stupid. Get him off this team. Like,
bro, it's just like every time I start to feel bad for like hating on Randall, he does some shit like that. I'm just like, this is exactly why. It's all good though, we won the game. He hustled hard.
he did.
It's just always something with him. But
Always.
it is what it is, bro.
Oh man, too funny.
Julius Randle, he got paid a couple years ago. I think he's outplayed his contract, honestly.
I agree. They didn't pay him like a fortune. What was it, 120, something like that? Like it wasn't too crazy.
These numbers.
Yeah.
But yo, you know who did get paid a fortune? Your boy, Lamar Jackson.
Let's go. I don't think I've ever been this happy for somebody to get paid that's not on my team. I really don't. I'm really happy for Lamar. 5 years, $260 million for his extension, like $190 million guaranteed. Get your bag, man. And you know what? I'm glad that the Ravens came to their senses, but I'm still not happy with them, but I'm glad they came to their senses.
What aren't you happy about, bro?
Because
you roasted the shit out of them.
I did.
Like
but
10 minutes.
Listen, they waited way too long. They didn't do it until the day before the draft. Actually, it might have been before the draft started on the same day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like they waited till they were like, okay, I guess we can't find somebody to trade for him. Like, I guess we can't find a way to trade up and pick one of these 3 of the black quarterbacks that got picked top 5.
But he got paid the highest amount in NFL history just after your boy Jalen Hurts had the highest paid.
Exactly. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Big bag. And Eagles way better with the distribution on the salary cap. Way better, I'm just saying.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I've never been this okay with having lost the Super Bowl in my life.
Okay, that's good, bro. Growth.
Yeah,
that's good for you, bro.
Because I know we're gonna be back. Listen, I feel that way about Jalen. I really do.
That's good because you didn't have faith.
A year ago at the same exact time, I was not sure.
Are you gonna apologize to him?
Apologize for what? He didn't prove anything at that time. Now he's proved everything, and I'm like, he's the guy. He's the guy for the next 12 years for this franchise.
Yeah, he proved you wrong, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
The
jury was out. The jury was out. I love Jalen. I got my Jalen jersey at home. Kelly Green on deck. Let's go.
Man, I like Jalen Hurts. You can't dislike that guy. Come on. He's the
ultimate
hustler,
professional, man.
Yeah, bro.
Ultimate
he works hard. He's a good leader. He holds it down, bro. You're in good hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I know you guys also made a nice draft pick, yo. You got someone on the discount.
Dude, we got a few somebodies. Listen, I just want to give a special shout out to Howie Roseman. I know we're going to talk a little bit about Georgia and their culture and stuff like that, but we got some dogs on the team. Let's go. Big time draft. We got arguably the best player in the draft at number 9. Then we got somebody who was probably going to be like a top 10, top 15 player in the draft. He fell all the way to the bottom of the first. Like, we drafted 3 Georgia Bulldogs, and then during the draft traded for DeAndre Swift from Detroit, who is also a previous Georgia Bulldog. Like, it's just
damn.
We building a championship squad.
Wow. Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right.
Ray Charles.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's actually Athens, Georgia, but
I'm just saying Georgia. I'm just naming things from Georgia, bro. Ludacris.
Okay. Let's shout out Luda. This is my dog.
Your dog, yes. Yo, but one of your boys' teammates said some real racist shit during the broadcast. Now, it was a lot. He was live streaming during the draft. This guy, Jamal Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an Asian guy making the announcement. He wanted, what team was on the clock?
The Falcons.
The Falcons were on the clock, and he wanted them to draft your boy. Was it Jalen Carter?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to repeat what do you have the video of that? No, right?
I don't have the video of this.
That's probably best. You know what? Let's just skip it.
We're not gonna say what he said. Like,
I mean, do you want to say what he said?
No, I don't want to, but I feel like the people want to know.
I don't think it's even like honestly without the video.
It's not.
I mean, I'm not. You could say it. Tell the people what he said. What did he say, bro?
Don't put the ISO on me. No ISO over here. All right.
He said some real racist shit, but I really more so wanted to talk about like. Young players, he's in college, like getting, scrutinized before they're even professionals. I mean, now, we went to Game Theory with Bomani Jones. Shout out Bomani Jones and his great staff.
Yes.
And they spoke about, what is it, the NIL,
yes.
where college players can get paid for their likeliness. So they can get paid, for their public personas. So I think it's a little bit... It makes more sense for them to be scrutinized for their social media because they're getting paid for like making public appearances. But what do you think about this? Because when I think about it, like when I was in college, man, and we were in the early days of Twitter, like nobody wants to see that. I deleted it all. Yeah. I mean, even this live, like, sometimes I'd be saying shit that I'm like, damn, but nothing this bad. Like,
no.
But
no.
Like, do you think it's fair to judge college players for saying stupid shit like on the internet?
Listen, I think at the end of the day, when you think about the draft process and everything that goes into it, you're interviewing guys who are like between the ages of 19 to, I mean, some of the old fucks are like 24, but
yeah,
these are like peak
old fucks.
some of this is like peak formative years. People are doing stuff that maybe it's not the smartest. Maybe they haven't had the life experiences. Maybe they didn't have the parental figures or the role models that they could look up to keep them from saying some of this dumb stuff. But is this a reason to assassinate the character of this kid and just go after the whole Georgia football culture and like all this stuff that people were diving into? A bit much. It's a bit much.
I think, people should be more careful. I think this guy was clearly just too comfortable in the live stream. And, these kids like play a lot of video games and, they're just used to just talking shit and saying things, with their friends on social media and other virtual spaces. I think they should be more careful, but, I don't think this is going to affect his draft stock next year. I think it's good that he did this before he was drafted, but I did find it, interesting that, he was still in college because when I first saw the article, I thought he was like on the draft board and this would affect him. But now he's just a guy's teammate.
Yeah.
But you had something?
No, I was just going to say, I think that him picking on a kid that was announcing the pick too, like that probably played into it a lot. Like you're a 4-star defensive tackle picking on like a child that's going up to pick the next player for the Falcons. Like typically when they have those kids go up, they're usually like they survived cancer or like they're a Make-A-Wish kid. Like I'm serious though. Those are like the type of children that they have go up.
Let's not put this on that. We don't know.
No, I don't know that kid, but I'm just saying another kid during the draft.
I think it was. He was like he lost his father or something. It was like one of those like tragic stories about this little kid. Yeah,
yeah, like that. No,
so much worse.
Usually they are Make-A-Wish kids. So it's like I get why people were upset about this, but. It's a mistake. He can apologize and let's move on.
Yeah, it's stupid. But, college football players, they're stupid.
Yeah, they're not the smartest. They're not the smartest. They take that test and it doesn't even matter.
That's me. Now I'm being a bully. I don't give a fuck.
They're all incredibly intelligent young men, and they deserve a chance to make millions.
Yeah, man. One guy who got drafted, man, his dad was real excited. A little bit, maybe too excited, bro. I know you got the vid of this.
I do have the vid of this.
Of course.
Let's take a look, see what actually happens here. Son just got drafted. Let's get a little piece of ass there of his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
He gave her the double tap too.
Ah, man, a little love tap, bro. Yo, this player on the Cardinals, Butter Baker, he was tweeting out about this. He was upset. He said, okay, look, if my dad touched my lady's ass on draft night or anytime, I'm checking him. 3 exclamation marks. He said, all caps, especially if he's still with my mom. But then it gets sad because he says, maybe that's just me, though. I didn't grow up with my pops, so maybe that's it. At least he's self-aware. But he was really upset or offended by this. A lot of people had their comments on whether or not this was appropriate. I think most people found it inappropriate. But, bro, what did you think, bro?
Listen, Butter, I know you asked for a trade away from the Cardinals. Come over to Philly. We got you, man. Yeah. Listen, we got you. We need another veteran safety on the squad. You're a ball hawk, man. You're a heavy hitter. Come over to Philly.
I'll be your dad. That's okay.
I was gonna get to that. I'm gonna say we've got a lot of male role models on the squad. A lot of vets that you could look up to. Some really great men on the team, and we got you, man. We got you.
Oh,
love wins. Okay, love wins.
Yeah, but what do you think about him touching his son's girlfriend on the ass like
that? I could tell it was weird at first because when he hugged her like he was putting her in a headlock. Like this man, he threw up the hug and he grabbed his forearm to like squeeze her and then let her go and gave her the double tap on the cheek. Like it was definitely a little strange.
How would you feel? Like, how would you react if your dad got excited, for your big day, and you saw this video? That's what kind of took away from your moment. Like, would you be upset? Would you have to talk to your dad? Would you treat it like butter?
Listen, I think if I was this guy that got drafted, Lucas Van Ness, I probably would be like, Dad, what you doing? Like, you drunk? Like, what's happening? But also, my dad has been with me from day one. He's always been around. I wouldn't have the same reaction, I don't think, as Butter Baker. So
it's imaginary.
It would be a little different. Like
you'd be like, it's nice, Dad, right? You like it? Pause.
My dad is also 80 years old. Like at 80 years old, I just said, once you get to a certain age, you could do whatever the fuck you want. People are gonna give you a pass. Like,
unless you're fucking Joe Biden, he's the only one.
Yeah, unless you're the president. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I feel like he was just really excited, honestly. I feel like he wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah. I feel like he was just super into the moment, and I don't even think he really realized. It looked like he was just like, I don't know, like just patting her away.
I will say it didn't look like if you're slapping your girl's ass or something like that. It looked like almost a sports slap, like they were on the field, and he was like, good job. Like, you got a winner.
No, for real. It did look like a little like baseball like tap on the ass.
It wasn't too crazy. I don't think the fingertips like wrapped around the cheek. I think it was more the palm. Like
yo, we need like the John Madden like fucking writing so we can like really analyze this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, the whiteboard in the back.
Yeah, the whiteboard. Yeah, I don't know. People just get excited, and then having these moments, people capture it. I think it's funny how people just notice every little thing. Yeah. But I would be a little bit salty if this kind of took away from my shine getting drafted. But hey, I'm a millionaire now. Who really cares?
Exactly. Yeah. And he got drafted by Green Bay, who no longer has Aaron Rodgers.
Oh shit, because he's in New York at the Knicks games every other day. He's loving this shit, yo. Yo, Troy, you worried about seeing him at the Knicks games, or you think it's a good thing?
I think it's cool. A little press tour. I like it. Love to see
it. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's still so early in the off season. Enjoy it. Like, he's clearly here. He's already got videos of him throwing to the receivers. I think Aaron is going to do just fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think so too. I mean, yeah, it's interesting, yo. New York, we had the Met Gala this weekend. Oh, also, just want to shout out to the New Jersey Devils. Yeah, we beat the Rangers' ass.
That's right.
New Jersey, big Jersey. I don't even watch hockey, but I saw that game 7.
Yeah.
They beat their ass. They did have one cheap shot on one of the Devils, fucked him up. But hey, they move on.
What part of the playoffs are they in right now? Do we know?
It's like the same as the NBA, so they're the semis, conference semis.
Okay.
It's like aligned, yeah.
Got it.
But just had to shout them out. But also, we had the Met Gala the same day as Game 7. And, it was actually interesting this time, some of the outfits. I saw the typical, Jason Derulo meme falling down the stairs. I'm like, oh, it must be Met Gala time. I love that shit. It never gets old to me. But, what stood out to you this year, bro, from the Met Gala?
I mean, I think there were a few different things. What I noticed was definitely Ice Spice being there.
Oh, man.
I was pretty surprised that she was there, but I mean, she's been getting a lot of press.
Bro, I told you, she is the new Princess Diana. She's the hottest thing out. Ice Spice is a cultural icon, bro. Like,
okay, let's cultural icon. What culture though?
American culture, New
Stop
York
it.
culture, hip hop
Stop it.
culture. Ice Spice is everything.
Oh my god! I know. Listen, I know she's a beautiful young lady, but let's not cap. All right,
one's capping. I've been saying this from jump, bro. Like you can't act like I'm saying something new. I've been saying it for a while, yo. Ice Spice, shout out to you. You looked great at the Met Gala. I wish I was there with you. But hey, maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll pull up. I don't know.
You hear this guy? Usher looked smooth as always.
Oh, shit, Usher was there. I didn't even know.
Yeah, Usher was there. He had a nice little suit, some nice shoes on. There were a bunch of people. That Keke Palmer looked nice there. Serena looked gorgeous as always. There were a lot of cool outfits. That's what I like most about the Met Gala. It's like it's out of the box. It's not your typical award show or something like that where people are just like trying to wear the flashiest, most sexy thing. It's like more artsy and creative. Yeah,
it's cool. My favorite outfit I saw was Doja Cat. She was dressed as an actual fucking cat. That was amazing. She actually had I don't know. What do they call it? Like when they put the fucking fake shit on your face, like the prosthetics on her face to make her look like a cat. I think she looked like a hot cat, and she was fully in character.
She looked like she was ready to go to Hunger Games. Let's see her interview real quickly and see how it went. Give me a second. We've got some commercial breaks here.
Yeah, just shout out to Ice Spice again. Just saying.
Of course.
Okay, so tell me all about this.
Here we go.
Wow. I mean, who made it? Wow. Wow. Okay, so something a little different. So, what was your inspiration for tonight? Be honest with me and go into detail. Wow. 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 So, what are you excited to see in there today? Wow. Is it your first Met? Wow. I'll see you in there. Wow.
She is. I really like her, but she's such a weirdo,
yo. She's a Libra just like you, bro. It's your girl.
She's weird. She's really weird. She's one of those girls that's like puts on their profile anime, cosplay, like all that type of stuff. She's one of those.
Yeah, she's an e-girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in those forums. That's where she got in trouble.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I love Doja Cat, yo. I love this. She does you could tell she's been practicing. Her name is Doja Cat. She had to have been practicing.
That was a legit meow. Like that was very realistic. When she first did it, I thought somebody had like put the audio in.
Wow.
And then I realized, no, she's in character.
Wow. I think I could do a pretty good meow. Like, hold on.
Meow. Oh,
I could do like a good like meow sometimes, like if I'm into it, and also bark. Like I could bark.
Yeah.
I can make all the animal noises.
I think my best animal noise is probably the cow moo. Or,
shout out to Doja Cat again.
Yes, or bark. I could do a bark, but
like DMX, like
yes.
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about the Met Gala, but also, what's her name? Halle Bailey. She looked really hot too. Little Mermaid. Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people look great. Oh, shout out to Rihanna and Rocky.
I was gonna say, I wonder if you're gonna shout out Rihanna.
Of course, they look great, man. They look great. I love them both. I'm happy for them both. She always shuts it down.
When is she due?
I don't know. She's pregnant as fuck though.
Yeah, she's looking super preggo.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to everyone at the Met Gala. You rich motherfuckers. I like the Met, but I don't really know what goes on.
I don't know
in the gala, but yeah, one person who wasn't at the Met Gala this year is Meghan Markle, bro. We haven't talked about her in a minute.
Yeah, she's been a little quiet.
Yeah, her dad did his last interview ever. He says he seems hurt, bro.
He seems hurt. He seems unhealthy. He looks unhealthy.
He had a stroke.
Yeah,
he had a stroke, man, and he pretty much said that he feels hurt because he's estranged from Meghan and everything she said in the media. She pretty much killed him off. She said she was mourning the loss of her dad in the Netflix docuseries, but he's still alive. And also in Harry's book, Spar, he mentioned that Meghan was mourning the loss of her father. So he's speaking out. He's saying, I'm alive. He can't really talk that much after the stroke, but he just wants to meet his grandkids. I don't really know the history of these two, but it just seems like nothing but drama follows your girl.
I mean, listen, I think she's clearly tormented.
Meghan?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think so because she's estranged from her family. Then the family that she ran to also estranged her. And now she's doing a world tour saying, please don't talk about me, but talking about herself with her husband. It's just, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with this family. And I hope they can like go to therapy or something, but I don't know.
Nah, I don't think that's happening, bro. He said, if a stroke doesn't, bring her back, nothing will. And sometimes, it is what it is. Sometimes people just feel a little bit too entitled as parents or as family. And it's just like, if you screwed up in the past, it's not really on you how someone else, reacts to it, especially if they have a giant platform and they can just kill you off before you even die. I'm mourning the loss of my father. Bitch, I'm still alive. That's crazy. That was crazy to me. I didn't even know. But yeah, I don't know enough of the backstory to have any real comments on this situation. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be any of these people.
Yeah. It's definitely weird. Like her dad, he's got a background in the entertainment industry. Like he used to be an award-winning Hollywood lighting director or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's definitely been in the industry. I'm wondering if that's how she kind of got her initial start, maybe using connections from him and stuff. But I think they just started being estranged right before she was getting ready to get married.
Damn, man, that royalty shit is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Hey, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, it's just very strange because I know she said before that she used to be like a daddy's girl and things like that. But her dad also has kids from a previous marriage, and then he kind of helped her become comfortable with who she was as a mixed woman in America.
Okay.
It's just like there's a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah. Whenever there's some dad issues, we got to call him Butter Baker, see what he would do. How would you react? Butter, I smacked the shit out of my dad.
Let's ask the person that did not have a dad growing up. Like,
at least he acknowledged it. Like, honestly, he was obviously in his feelings, and maybe he got some pushback, but that was sad. I was like, damn. But yeah, man, hopefully they mend this relationship. Harry's dad, King Charles, he's about to get crowned or whatever, the coronation. And he's gonna be attending without Meghan. So we'll see what happens. He's the redheaded stepchild of the royal family.
Mm-hmm. That's this weekend, actually.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, May 6th.
Oh wow. We'll have we'll report to you in a couple weeks on that. Oh yeah, May 6th, Cinco de Mayo's this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be drinking margaritas, bro?
I might. Cinco de Mayo is actually my late grandmother's birthday as well. So shout out to Grandma Bessie. But I definitely want to do something this weekend. Okay. I don't know what, but last weekend was kind of a wash, literally.
Yeah, because it was raining crazy. But this weekend should be nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh, maybe.
I think Canelo's fighting on Saturday.
Golf this weekend.
Yeah, everybody, don't forget to subscribe. Like this video and like our shorts, like our reels and TikToks. Send it to your friends. Also, follow us on Spotify as well. We drop our Spotify podcast every Friday.
Spotify, Google Podcasts. We on there. We on there for your listening pleasure.
Yes, we are everywhere. As long as we're living. If we die, would you be upset if they put out an AI podcast of us? Just had these are the topics and these are their voices and this is the data that we have from what they did before.
I'm gonna be mad if that shit turns into a hit with millions of listeners and viewers and stuff like that, because then I'm gonna know that if we would have just kept living, we would have made it. That's what I would be mad about.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Van Gogh shit, after the fact. But
most artists.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Not music artists, but
painters.
Most painters and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sculptors.
Yeah, artists live tortured lives, man. They put it all out there. But a lot of times, people die, especially in hip hop, and these record labels, they put out the music anyway. They don't give a fuck. A lot of times it's unfinished records. They put random features on. They, maybe it's just
put AI on there.
Yeah, for real. They put AI on there. Who knows? But Tyler, the creator, he said, "Fuck that shit."
He did.
I'm not doing it. When I die, it's over, and it's in my will.
He said it at his concert. He was not playing.
Some of these are so good, I can't just let it sit on my hard drive. Because I have in my will that if I die, they can't put no fucking post out. That's fucking gross. Fast ideas and get some random feature on it, some nigga I didn't fuck with, and be like, "You Tyler?" No. I love you, Tyler.
So yeah, he's definitely not playing with that. No random features. Nobody that I didn't really listen to. Don't play with me. Don't play with my music. Leave it under wraps. I get it.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love that he's out. I love that he's outspoken about this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird about it. Like when Pop Smoke died, I was sad, but I still haven't listened to his album. People told me it's really good. It was playing everywhere. But I just never really listened. I felt like it's not the same, It's not. I can't think when someone dies, it's hard for me to go back to their released music afterwards, unless they said, "Oh, I have this. I know I'm dying and I'm going to release it later." But if it's just a label putting something together, it's always weird. The same with XXXTentacion, they put out projects of his and you could tell it just was unfinished shit.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't like that.
It takes a really special touch from the producer and anybody else, the record label, whoever else is hands on with that process to make sure it still has the same sort of feeling. Because you can either it's a mental thing or it's really just different when it doesn't have that person's presence and their spirit in the album like that. I can feel it when it's a posthumous album or something. When I listened to Pop Smoke's album, it was okay, but it seemed like it was too polished.
Yeah,
almost.
Unless you're, the only dead person still putting out hits is fucking Marvin Gaye, because he got his hands on everyone's hits. Ed Sheeran said, he'll quit music if he loses this case, bro. I mean, you kind of sound like you think he's gonna lose. You think they haven't come to a verdict yet, but do you think he'll really fucking quit?
I listened to the songs and the Gay estate, they about to get a bag. They are about to get a bag, because I'm telling you, when you listen to those back to back, it's you can clearly hear it.
Really, I haven't. I can't hear it. I heard both records, but I can't hear. I can hear a little bit of how it could sound but not directly. If I was on the jury, I don't think I would vote. I don't think I would say they were guilty of stealing something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about it, because I feel like some people, like even you, I'm surprised you don't hear it because you listen to a lot of music and you love like the artistry and stuff. But some people, it's hard for them to distinguish, when it comes to the beat, the melody, the undertones, the different like things happening in the background and like matching it together. But I definitely heard it.
I mean, you didn't hear it last week.
No, I didn't hear it last week.
I mean, I can hear similarities, but I wouldn't say it's enough to warrant like you copying the song. Troy, did you hear the two songs? What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think it's definitely similar. But again, I don't know if it's plagiarism, but it definitely sounded similar when I heard them like back to back. You can kind of hear it. I
just wonder what is going to be the threshold, because this is going to be what, their second lawsuit that they win if they do win this. They're going to have to come out with something to protect these artists, because subconsciously there's certain rhythms that you've heard before from famous songs, and maybe it's just a standard like progression of different chords, because there's certain chords that go together. Like it's just the way that music works. When you look at the chart, when you look at music theory, like it's just how it works, whether you're in a major key, minor key, diminished, like whatever it might be. So I don't know if they're going to have to do like distinct melodies, if they're going to have to say, oh, it has to be like specific words that match, hooks that match. I don't know. But this has the same feeling as that Robin Thicke shit.
Yeah. I mean, Ed Sheeran, if you quit music over this, then I don't even know what to say, bro. Bye. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to miss him that much. Like he's a good artist, but all right. Peace.
Yeah, I really don't care.
I wish you well in retirement. My parents love it. Like,
yeah. Shout out to Ed. I don't think you did this, bro. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's funny. Like I remember I heard, the song "Love Me" by Lil Wayne, Future, and Drake. And Future's like, I'm on that good cushion alcohol. Yes. Yeah. I heard Mike Will talking about that, and he was like, oh, the melody. He was like, I took that from Mary Had a Little Lamb. And I was like, oh, shit, that makes a lot of sense. He was like, wow. And he kind of like went through it. And I was like, oh, damn, like I would have never thought about it. But yeah, it's something that's ingrained in our brains, and some music producers are more conscious of it. Pharrell said he had no idea about blurred lines. And, he's been really monumental in creating new sounds. And, he's one of the biggest producers ever. Yeah. And he lost that with Robin Thicke. So, I think, Marvin Gaye's estate, I feel weird about it because it's like they didn't fucking make the music, but I don't know. It feels like
they're trying to protect his legacy, though.
That's not his legacy, bro, in my opinion. But hey, get your money.
How much is Marvin Gaye's estate worth?
Well, after this, it's insane, man. But yeah, I mean, Ed seems really kind of, upset by this. But hey, it's the name of the game.
They say the state has an estimated net worth of $5 million. But that's the internet's too. There's some of these articles saying that they're $9 million in debt. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man, either. Maybe that's why they're looking out for money. Sometimes you just got to keep it in the family. This one couple, they took that a little bit too literally.
Oh, man. What a segue. Props for that.
I don't want any props for this article because this shit is gross, in my opinion. No judgment. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's May.
No judgment on this?
I'm lying. It's also Taurus season, so shout out to all the Taurus out there. Yeah, I didn't mention it last week. I was still, upset the Aries season was over, but we still love you guys. So, especially for the crazy ass Geminis come through.
Hey, shout out Geminis.
Yes, your mama. But
my mom, man. And both my nieces.
Oh shit, you got a whole team of Geminis.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Damn. Oh man. Yeah. So this couple in Spain, they're half siblings, and they want to get married, man. It's Anna and Daniel, man. They share 2 children, as well as 25% of their DNA.
That's a pretty hefty percentage.
Yeah. This was not in Kendrick's song DNA. This was not a part of what he listed of everything in his DNA. I got 25% of my husband in my DNA. Like, nah, they don't even go. Like, because it's just not right. But they said their 2 children are good. And their children know that their parents are half siblings, although they haven't fully grasped what that means yet because they're still very young and don't understand. I think a big problem with that is if these kids think that shit is normal.
Exactly. What do you think they're gonna do?
But yeah, man,
and they're full siblings.
Oh man, with half sibling parents, that's not the math ain't mathing. But
6 toes, 3 eyes.
The hills have eyes. All the songs, man. We're writing a whole album here, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ada and Daniel, they said they are determined to make their relationship official and get married. And they are desperately fighting to change the law. They say societies must advance and not cling to traditionalism. What do you make of this? They already have 2 kids. They can't get married because of the law. Do you think they're going to change the law in Spain to allow them to?
They're not changing the law. There's no way that they are changing law. The fact that they are even trying to have the law changed shows you how delusional they are.
But they already have a family. They already have kids. What more can just being legally married do?
Exactly. Don't worry about it. You're already doing nasty shit. Just do it in silence. Like, go somewhere, be quiet. Like, they announced it to everyone. And then they got, like, killed for it. And now they want to change the law.
Yeah, some people said that they're going to burn in hell for this, which is like...
I don't think they're going to burn in hell, but I think their kids are going to also be incestuous. And then this is like, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, honestly.
It's not even like they're like second, third cousins. Like, they're siblings. Her dad abandoned her when she was a child. And then later on, these 2 met. And
on Facebook, she was like looking him up.
Yeah, they met on Facebook, and then they started like talking and dating and shit, and then took a trip to London. And in London, they decided we're not in Spain anymore. Let's just act like if we were a normal couple. And that was all she wrote.
A normal couple, not siblings.
Yeah.
Oh man, this kind of really grossed me out, honestly. But hey. They already have a family. The damage is done. I think they're setting a weird precedent for their children. They're like, oh, they can't fully grasp it yet. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a lot easier when they're older to understand that their parents are siblings. But hey, maybe they'll win. Maybe, love is love, and they'll get the law changed. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this. They say their 2 kids, Daniela and Hector, are perfectly healthy.
Okay.
Despite, the fact that having genetic pools that are that close together can lead to a lot of issues. But they said they're fine.
Yeah, that's good. Good for them. Yeah.
They're a little different in Spain over there, though. They're definitely like pretty free with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a little bit too far. Yeah, this is a little bit too far.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, they're bold. They're trying to make change. Crazy. But yeah, man, like getting to the stage of getting married is hard, man. They got a new fucking dating trend, a new name for everything. And we talk about it every week, bro. Yeah. We talk about getting ghosted. But have you ever heard about getting zombied?
No, never heard of it. Unless I'm talking about Call of Duty playing zombies. Like they got the different rounds. Like it just keeps wave after wave after wave. It's a lot. It's a lot.
They say it's like ghosting, but he comes back from the dead after a couple of months and hits you up.
Why do they have to give names to everything?
So we can talk about it. I don't know.
But this has been age old. Who hasn't done this? There's movies where they talk about, oh, so-and-so left. They went off to the war and then they came back. They never wrote me a single letter. But the second I saw them, they came right back into my life. Like, there's crazy stuff like that all the time from 60 plus years ago.
Yeah.
But now we've got a name for it called zombie.
Yeah. They say basically they treat you like a doormat, so they reappear while disappearing again when they have a better option. Damn. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've definitely been guilty of being a zombie in the past. Like, I'm like Michael Jackson in Thriller sometimes. I just be on a wave. You know, I'll just be like, you know, how he turns around, he has like the yellow eyes. That's me, like once in a blue moon. But randomly and rarely, because it's just like pointless. It's just like whenever, if you're a zombie and you go back to someone you weren't, you know, you fizzled out with, you kind of just soon realize, oh, this is why we stopped talking. Like, as soon as you start talking again. So it's a waste of time, but that comes with the experience, man. But, you know, some people take it to heart. You should be more aware of other people's feelings.
Some relationships are also just like that. Like, and I think both people understand that, and that's just kind of their cadence. Like, oh, I talk to so-and-so every month or so, and we get it popping real quick, and then that's it. We move on. Like, yeah. It happens that way sometimes.
Exactly. You know, in a follow-up video, this girl, she put up a video describing zombieing on TikTok, and that shit got 1.5 million views. Ooh. And over 150,000 likes. So a lot of people were chiming in on this, man. In a follow-up video, she added that dating in New York City is very much like a zombie apocalypse, mixed with the Thriller music video, because all of these boys are tap dancing around commitment.
Or they just don't want to be committed to you. Like, stop trying to blame your problems on somebody else. I'm just saying. I agree. Honestly, no, but dating in New York is insane. Like, it is highly competitive. There's so many people. It could feel extremely overwhelming at times, but it's just what it is. It's on both sides of the fence. And a lot of times women have more options than men. So, you know, why not circle back and just try to poke the bear, as Dylan Brooks said? I don't know. Listen, man, if you go to a fishing pond and it's got 10 million fish in it, you're going to expect for the fish to be jumping and for you to get some on the hook. And you're going to throw some back. You're going to keep some to eat later. Like, it's just how it works. Is that a bad analogy, fishing? Like, that's what everybody says. There's so many fish in the sea.
No, you're right. That's a good point. That's actually a great point. There are so many fish in the sea, and sometimes there's a lot of fucking fish in the sea, and you're not the best one. Yeah. But hey, you'll find one that you like, and it is, I think you're right. Like, we have way too many terminologies. We have way too many labels. It's just like everyone's trying to identify every fucking experience they have in their life to fucking make a TikTok and get likes. It's like, this is all related directly to the internet. That's why I think we come up with these fucking terms.
I think people spend way too much brain power obsessing over whatever's happening in these insignificant relationships in their lives. Because that's essentially what this is. You're talking about labeling somebody as a zombie because of how they act in a relationship that just isn't a relationship. It's somebody that you met, you maybe hooked up with a couple times, maybe went on a few dates, and then it's like hit or miss for the next year or so because you allow it. Stop responding to that person. Stop letting them come back to you. Like, move on.
Move on. Yes, I agree, sir. That was very well
said. Maybe if I wasn't in a relationship, I wouldn't feel that way, but I don't know.
No, man. I think those are wise words. Those are wise. I mean, it's just like you win some, you lose some. Mm-hmm. You know, I think I don't know, it's hard for men and women, but I feel like it's easier for women to meet new people. They have more options a lot of the time.
Definitely.
But even when people are together, you know, they don't know the person they're dating is dating someone else. So, you know, people use that brain power and teamwork. They create, you know, Facebook pages. Are we dating the same guy? And this one girl in Florida, she says she found out her man was cheating in front of 35,000 people. That's how many people were in this Facebook group.
That's bad.
When she saw someone post her man with her. And, you know, I was really shocked to see that this was a thing. And this is definitely a thing that women would do. I couldn't imagine men making a group like, are we dating the same girl? Are we smashing the same girl?
Exactly. Like,
it would be
nuts.
It would be totally a different take. I feel like if men did this, they would be ridiculed, and people would be like, "Oh, you guys are slut shaming."
If guys did that, I think they canceled a lot of those Facebook groups that guys had like that, because it was not this. It was like sharing sex videos and like exposing women and like stuff like that. It was a little bit different.
Well, let's remember how Facebook was started. Facebook was started by rating women on Harvard campus. Like, come on, that's what the faces were for. It's like that's how Zuckerberg started off. So it's only natural that it evolves to this space. But what do you think about this girl? She was dating this guy for 6 months before she saw this post, and she was actually in his apartment, while he was washing dishes, and she pulled out her phone, of course, to capture TikTok to let us all know that I just caught my boyfriend cheating. He's washing the dishes and I'm drinking wine before I confront him.
That's wild to do. First off, like you find this out, and the first thing you're like is, you know what? Let me set up my camera, prop it up. Oh, it fell. Let me prop it back up, and then break out this bottle of wine and record. Like, who does that? Why not just confront this guy? And I will say, after she took the video, she confronted him, and he basically, this is the part where it gets funny. She's like, I showed him the messages with shaking hands, and he confessed immediately to cheating on me, and not just the 2 times that I knew of, but more times than he even remembered. Unbelievable.
Damn. That's crazy.
She said he begged for her forgiveness, said he couldn't imagine life without her, and then when she was like, "No, I'm leaving you," he immediately like changed his attitude. He stopped begging for her to stay, and he developed a cold demeanor. What did you expect him to do after you said, "No, fuck you, I'm leaving"? You want him to continue trying? Like, he's going to be upset. He's going to stop begging. Like, you said no.
Oh my God. Yeah, for real. What did she expect? Yo, this Facebook group is just for people in Tampa, and they have over 35,000 subscribers. Are people really that worried about like their man cheating on them or dating the same person? Is this like a common thing? Were they even officially
This
together?
is like virtual high school for women.
This is crazy. Like, honestly, like 6 months into a relationship, are you really even in a relationship yet? Like, it takes time to be solidified.
Exactly. 6 months is usually that's the cutoff for when they say, like, okay, after that first 6 months, they stop showing you the person that they want you to think they are, and they start showing you who they really are.
It's a trial period. I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Like 6 months, you're just getting your feet wet.
And he's getting other things wet. But, I'm a big believer in like 6 month contracts for relationships. Like, I feel a lot more comfortable being in six months at a time. 6 months at a time. We'll revisit this in 6 months and then see, how we're feeling. But it should be evaluated.
I've been on 6 months contracts for work. That shit is stressful. I can't do that for a relationship.
What? Like, I mean, it is what it is. You're building towards something. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's mutual. I would need someone who's cool with that too. But for me, like, I don't like to be like, oh yeah, we're in this forever. We only knew each other for a few months. It's incremental. Let's be realistic.
I think you shoot for forever, but if it ends shorter than that, then, okay, it is what it is. We shot for the stars, landed on the clouds sort of aspect, but I don't know.
No, I like having it like down. I'm really like schedule oriented. I would love like an end date. Like, all right, we're going to talk about this in October, and, I'm going to write this down and remember, you need to improve on this and that, and I'll do better.
Oh, you would do great with that lady we talked about earlier in a few other episodes where she was like, oh, I created this whole plan of what was it called?
The improvement.
The performance improvement plan. Yeah, there we go.
No, I would not do well with her. Like, it only can be one of us. Okay.
Oh, it can only be you. Got it.
100%. No, I'm the one managing this shit. Believe me. But hey, this girl, she got her viral moment. She seems, she did interviews about this shit. They did a whole story. They got her bikini photos on here, so I'm sure she'll bounce back. She called it, she said that she was defending him on the group, and she asked the person to please delete the pictures at first. And she said, in what was my darkest moment, my first reaction was to try to protect him. And when you have so many things tied to someone, especially family and travel plans, it is really hard to process.
After 6 months?
Travel plans. Oh, Poor girl. Oh my God.
Girl, if you don't take that trip by yourself or grab one of your friends.
She clearly probably doesn't have a lot of friends, but hey, she's like,
no, she's got 35,000
now, right? That's nuts, yo. I was actually going through old screenshots in my phone, and I saw this girl had posted a screenshot from one of these Facebook groups, and it was this guy on Hinge, and the girl said, "Oh, this guy doesn't even." He tried to match with her, and he was like, "This guy doesn't even remember that we went on 2 dates earlier this year," and he's trying to take me. That's a different level of zombieing, like trying to match with someone you don't even remember. That's nuts. But hey, watch out. That's why you should be cognizant on how you behave when your shit's out there, meeting strangers and, being on Facebook. Like, people will out you. I don't support these groups. I'm very much against them. I think Mark Zuckerberg should shut them down. I don't think it's right, especially with AI. It's not even me. That was AI generated. We saw the Trump pictures of him getting arrested in New York, man. That shit look mad realistic.
We need to get a Shaggy drop for It Wasn't Me.
Nah, man. Then his family's going to come after us.
You're right. No, we're not paying you a fucking thing, Shaggy.
Oh, man. But yeah, prayers to them. This one dating coach, he had some advice for women. He says, he advises women to have sex on the first date. He says, a feminine man would think less of you, but a masculine man would not.
That's a wild take. That's a wild take. Let's listen to one of his videos. This isn't the exact one where he says that, but it's a video.
Is the first meeting too soon to have sex? No, not at all. So if you go on a first date with somebody and the chemistry is palpable, you want to rip each other's clothes off because the chemistry is so good, I say do it. Why not? Yeah, could be amazing. And the majority of people I coach, when they meet their ideal partner, they do sleep together on the first date, believe it or not, and then they're together forever anyway. Is the first meeting too soon to have sex? Okay. No, not at all.
So he said, if it's palpable, if you can taste it, if the tension is so thick that it just makes your mouth salivate, then my bad. I was just trying to describe the emotion that he was talking about.
Bro, you gotta talk about pulsing and salivating. I'm good, bro. No, I mean, what do you think about this, bro? Because a lot of people say, like you shouldn't have sex on the first date. A guy will lose interest. He'll think it's too easy and then he'll move on. Like, do you agree with that more traditional stance, or do you agree with this guy, this dating coach who says, if it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. Like, don't be afraid to give it up in the first night.
I don't know. I feel like you got to read the room. Like you have to know the person that you're talking to, or at least feel like what if they feel the same way. You can't just give it up just to give it up. Because I know for me personally, back when I was dating, if I got it too easy, I'm like, my thought is, okay, first, yeah, I'm nice with it. I was balling today. Or the second thought is, when you start doubting yourself, you're like, I know I'm nice, but like, should we be just doing this with everybody? Like, because then it's a little nasty.
So you really.
But then the third thought is like, but I like it nasty. So what do I want to do here? Like, what do I want to do? No, but I don't know. I think you have to read the room. If it's a way that he described it, where like you just feel this, you've never felt this kind of chemistry before. You've never felt this this way about anyone else before. You're both in that sort of lane right then and there, where it's just ripping clothes off. We're going. Then fine. But for me, wait a little bit. Make it. I like the chase.
Or, I mean, for me, the whole thing is a chase. But I'm with it. Like, I don't know. I don't have no problem with it. I can't think of a time where I lost interest in someone just because I had sex with them. I don't know. I always feel like I am that dude. Like, I never question that shit. I'm like, I'm that dude. I don't give a fuck. I really don't think about other guys unless someone like tries to throw something in my face or something like that. I don't even talk about other dudes like that unless, you know, a girl like would bring up her ex, and I'll ask questions, but I'm not like the type of guy to harp on that shit. I like the one-on-one.
Yeah.
And if that leads to having sex on the first date, then that's fine. Like, I don't really question them. Say, okay, we have really good chemistry and we'll see where it goes. But you know, I think rules are dumb. Like when people have rules, like I'm gonna wait X amount of days, or X amount of dates before we have sex, or X amount of time, or, you know, all these things. It's just like, just trust your instincts. Do you not know how to make a decision or a choice? Like, I feel like especially women like know if they would have sex with a guy pretty soon, like within minutes. And it's just like, okay, what else are you needing? You know what I mean? And be able to communicate that.
I think with women, it takes a little bit longer. I think guys, we know pretty quickly. Like, I think guys on a date, we know within the first 10 minutes whether or not we want to do anything with this person, whether or not, like, we could see a possible relationship with them. Like, we make decisions pretty quickly, I think. But I think women, their processing aspect, it's like a little bit more complicated than ours.
I think it's different. It's definitely different, but I think that they know. They're aware. Like, that's why they nudge their friends. That's why you'll talk to a girl sometime, like, you'll be out and be like, oh, my friend likes you. Like, they be calling dibs on guys before you even talk to them.
That's true.
So they know how to make decisions when it's between themselves and they want to fucking be territorial that way. Yeah. It's just that they create these other, you know, rules sometimes to try to create a facade, just like we all do when we're getting to know someone. And I just think it's bullshit. Like, I don't know. I would never think any less of someone for having sex with me pretty quick. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's great, right? Like, you like, of course. No, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's an old idea. Like, I think people should have, you know, better judgment. Like, you're an adult. You should know better of what works and what doesn't work for you and what you want to do, and be able to communicate that. Not be like, oh, I have to wait till the third date. I'm like, oh.
At the same time, though, make sure you're all protecting your energy too.
Oh, like, I thought you were gonna say you're like, wear condoms.
Well, yeah, obviously, of course that. Wear condoms, be safe, have safe sex, all that good stuff. But aside from that, like, protect your energy. You really just don't want to be fucking everybody.
Yeah, but you know, my name is Julian. It starts with a J, and they be slandering us J names.
What do they say about y'all? I'm saying y'all, but my middle name starts with J too, so I got to be careful.
Yeah, your dad, you know.
Yeah, both of my parents.
Oh yeah, they got both the names and the Instagram name. You know, the J's. You know, I'm Jay. You know, I got my mom's a J, my sister's J's. So I took offense to this, bro. They're saying men with a J name are the worst to date, and that we are complete crap. You know, Urban Dictionary says any guy whose name starts with a J is complete crap and you shouldn't date them. Very few guys with a name that starts with a J is worth anyone's time.
Oh, harsh. Where did they get this from? Is this just like op-eds? Like, is this just opinions from women that have been heartbroken? Like, what's going on here?
This shit started like on TikTok and I think on Tumblr actually, with like a post, a meme that went viral and everyone commented on it. And you know, a lot of Taylor Swift fans were talking about it because a lot of her exes had, you know, a name that started with a J, like Jake Gyllenhaal, John Mayer, and they were like, oh, you see, it just proves the J theory. But yeah, man, they're saying, like, you know, based on like social media commentary, guys whose name begin with the J are cheaters, womanizers, untrustworthy, toxic, and in need of therapy. Oof. And they will break your heart. Jeez. In short, the J also stands for jerk. God damn. That is mean. I don't appreciate that, but you know, I can say as a person whose name starts with a J, only half of that list is true, bro. Like, I refuse to be called a jerk, okay? But you know,
that's a little tough. They said that the top 10 most popular names for men in the last 100 years, 3 of them have started with J.
That's like 30%. Dude.
Yeah, James, John, and Joseph.
Damn, that makes sense. I mean, those
biblical shit.
Yeah. So, is this biblical? I think people, you know, just go on these trends. It's just easy because everyone's probably dated someone whose name starts with a J. You know, one guy said, you know, his name starts with a J. He was just like, I'm a J and I get judged, but I'm kind. I help my parents. I play sports and I have good grades in school. So just leave Jay's alone.
Yeah, but he didn't mention whether or not he's a womanizer and whether or not he's a cheater or any of the things that they said about Jay. So.
Listen, man, he helps his parents. He gets good grades. This guy is definitely in high school. This was me. I commented that. I'm not even gonna lie. This was me. You got to defend us Jays. Nah, we're the best. You know, the problem with guys with J names is that everybody wants the data. So you can't put it all on us. You know, like, you have to take some responsibility for your choices, women, and stop trying to create these stupid rules and these stupid names for trends, and also these stupid internet things like trying to put men with J names in a box. You know, people growing up, people always told me like, oh, he's so adorable, like he's gonna break so many hearts. I'm like, damn,
they do program that.
That's fucked up, but it did happen. I have broken a lot of people's hearts, but it's not because of my name. Like,
had to set the record straight. They were right, but still.
They have to tell me that as a kid. It's just like fucked up, man. I would never say that to a kid. People think it's cute. But it's not nice to break people's hearts. But
it's not.
We're all trying to be better people, guys. And it's not good to discriminate against us J names. I took offense to this, but hey.
I see.
You know.
It's okay, man.
It's all good, man. My name starts with a J. Thank God I do not have a micro penis, but some other people do, man. Yeah. And this one guy, you know, he shared his experiences, like breaking the news of his micro penis to his sexual partners, man. He says, I don't bother lying to women about my size, to be honest. But like in the beginning stages, like those talk to get to know you stages, and if it's brought up during one of those sexy time talks, I'll be honest and say my size. Other times, like heat of the moment, just hooked up with a woman when it happens, I'll take mine out and just hope for the best. He says, I mean, mostly every partner I've been with were kind of disappointed.
He playing it down. That man got laughed out the room a couple times.
Yo, that's gotta really suck. He said he first knew when he went to the doctors at 6 years old that he had a micro penis.
Oh, that's devastating.
His whole life, like he had he was made fun of. He said, you know, but like, what do you make of this, man? Like, you know, we talked about people like sending dick pics and shit like that. What do you do when you have like? He said it's only like a fourth of an inch while flaccid. Like, what do you even do with that? Like,
dog, a fourth of an inch is like, that's barely more than a centimeter. It might be less than a centimeter. I don't know all my metric versus like whatever other systems, but he's got a clit. Like, that man is over here scissoring and stuff. He better get to work with that nub. Like, that's the only thing that I could think that he could bring to a woman is like, listen, I'm gonna do all the shit that a lesbian could do.
Word. Yeah, he should just be transgender. Like, just be transgender, change your gender, identify as a woman. Is that mean? I don't know.
Wait, you wouldn't say ching chong, but you'll say that.
It's later in the show.
I'm just trying to understand here where the line is.
I'm trying to be helpful here. I don't think there's anything helpful in that. Okay.
No, listen, there's no.
You brought up the other body part for a female, so I was just going along. You threw it up there. And I just brought it home, but whatever. It's all good. No, I agree. Like, you do have to like make the most of everything else. And I think you should be upfront, because imagine, you know who should end up with this guy? The girl who waits like 4 or 5 dates before she has sex. Because I want you to wait.
No, because then that makes the ending even worse. Like, by the time she waited all this time, the anticipation is there. And then she's going to come up and this guy's going to have like a little clit. And then what is she going to do with that? She's going to be like, I wasted 5 fucking dates waiting for this.
Yes, you're going to learn her lesson. You don't wait so long. Now look what you got. Surprise. Micro penis. For real. Like, if you waiting, okay, I have a rule of this amount of days I'm going to have sex. You're going to end up with a guy with a micro penis. And, you know, then what are you going to do? You're going to be like, damn, I wasted like 2 months, but he should be honest. I mean, it must.
He said he has been, which I appreciate. I can respect that. Like,
but he said when he gets to the heat of the moment, it kind of happens like sporadically. I think even beforehand, he should make an effort before. It should never be a surprise because everyone's gonna be freaked out. It's gonna kill the mood.
Yeah.
Prayers to him, man. I wonder if there's any type of surgery that he can get to fix that.
He said if it's brought up during one of those sexy time talks, I'll be honest and say my size.
Oh man, he needs to carry a strap on, like in his backpack, like for real. Like he got to do something. I think that's a good solution. You know what I mean?
Go into the bedroom, show her what he's got, and then when she's upset, be like, "But I got the strap." Like,
get the strap.
Breaks out like a fucking 15-inch stick.
Oh my god!
Slapping it on his hand like, "I got you ready."
Oh man, damn! You got to work with what you got. You got to think outside the box when you can't fit inside the box. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
I feel bad. For
that's really tough.
It is tough. You know, these are things that men have to deal with that no one thinks about. But you know, women, they're faking orgasms still. And you know, this woman, she wrote a whole article on this, and I thought it was going to be like, oh, why? But she don't really explain it outside of she pretty much blames men for not being for not knowing how to have sex, and also women for not communicating. Yeah. But she says a lot of women tell her that they still be faking orgasms.
Dude, this article was written like a poem.
I know. That's why I didn't know when I saw the headline. I thought it was going to be like a real reason, some research, but it's just her kind of trying to give advice and you know, from her experiences. But was this surprising to you? I know you keep like a tally on the wall. You got the whiteboard of orgasms that happen.
No, I mean, I feel like if you're faking it, then I just don't really see the point in that. That doesn't do anyone any good. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's very counterproductive because the whole point is to enjoy the sex that you're having and really feel that connection and, you know, release the emotions and all the other things aside from, you know, if you're trying to, you know, have a kid. But I just don't really see the point if you're just going to fake it all the time.
Yeah, I don't see the point either. But hey, I'm not a woman. And, you know, she pretty much said that they feel pressured to, like, I don't know, feel like they don't want to disappoint their partner. But, you know, we talked about the women who said they didn't have like an orgasm from penetration till their late 30s. So, yeah. You know, it's interesting. She also mentioned like men just not knowing what women like. And, you know, she said, oh, you know, more foreplay, you know, more, you know, other things you could do outside of just penetration, sex leads to women, you know, orgasming. And I guess that information is not out there. But I did find it interesting. But, you know, what I didn't see in her breakdown of what could make women orgasm was classical music.
That wasn't there, right?
It wasn't there. But in L.A., a woman had a loud-ass full-body orgasm during a concert, Brad.
Yeah.
And you could hear it. You could hear, like, the symphony, and then you just hear her have her moment. And it's a bit intense.
It's pretty impressive. I gotta say, I really feel like she had to be on some drugs. She probably had one of those like little panty vibrator things in, and as the music was going, it just hit that exact spot that she needed, and she had to let it out.
I mean, that was some creative thinking, bro. He really thought she brought a vibrator into the concert.
Yeah, I think so. I think more people do that than we realize.
Wow, like that's like something we should really like do research on, because I would never even think. You think that's a common thing that women are walking around with vibrating panties?
I'm not saying common, but I think that people, when they go out on dates, they want to have fun, they want to be frisky, they want to do something that they think is like taboo in public. That's a big fetish for a lot of people, doing something in public. So you go to a concert like that. Usually concerts in this type of setting, they're pretty classy events. They might be black tie, or at least you're dressed up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got your little panty vibrator in. Your man is controlling it in the seat next to you as the music goes up. the vibrations go up as it goes down. The vibrations go down, and then
that's a lot. That's a lot. But
I'm just saying.
I do got the clip. Let's hear it. That is intense. I mean, it sounded beautiful.
Yo, you know she slumped over after that. She was like this.
Oh my God. Some spectators said, I saw the girl after it happened, and I assumed that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing and her partner was smiling and looking at her in an effort to not shame her. It was quite beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
I've been to a lot of concerts. I've never had an orgasm at one, like, especially from the music, like just sitting there. It did sound really good, I will say, but I don't know. I think she was just really into the music and like really felt something. I don't know. Maybe she was on like an edible and just felt like she was really a part of it. But I think she really was feeling it, bro.
Listen, this ain't gonna be the last you heard of something like this. I'll tell you that. Mad niggas got ideas now.
You.
Yes. Definitely.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. You going to see Beyonce this year?
No. I still don't have the tickets locked up, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Shit, yeah.
There's definitely some other things that I want to see, though, in terms of concerts. I want to go see some like lesser known artists, like smaller venue type of things.
Gotcha.
That's what I would really like to do.
Word. And you brought up vibrators, and this one girl, she says her roommate borrowed her vibrator, and it was so crazy that she had to move out. A horrified Miami woman, she went viral on TikTok because, of course, we're also on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
That's
we post
right.
videos, TikToks every day. But yeah, she said, her roommate taking her vibrator was the spookiest experience she's ever had. She said it was just an odd experience to go through, definitely a first and hopefully the last. So she was away. She came back in her drawer, her bedside drawer, pulled it out. There was no vibrator there. She was looking for like 45 minutes. Went to her roommate's room, found the vibrator in her drawer.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah. See, that's the craziest part. Not only did she take it, use it, but put it in her own drawer like, oh, I'm going to save this shit from later. This was hitting. Like,
but, bro, she wasn't even sure if it was her. She was like, oh, maybe it's the same brand. Maybe it's just a coincidence. So she put like a black dot on it just to find that same vibrator returned to her drawer with the same black dot later. So that proved it. She confronted her roommate. She told, she texted her, and the roommate tried to fucking put it on her friend. She tried to put it on someone else. She didn't even admit to it. She moved out the next day. She didn't feel safe anymore. She said she did research and found like that people like posted this girl, her roommate, like online and said this girl's a liar. Like all this crazy shit. Her parents helped her move out the next day. On a lot of TikTok users, they're upset. They're like, crazy story. The worst is wondering how often she's been using it. This is so foul. What an absolute violation. I'm sick. This happened to me. Mine didn't have any batteries at the time. And then when I found it in her drawer, there were brand new batteries there. That's sick. Yo.
No, you can't be mad when they upgrade your merchandise, yo. You can't. Who's helping you out? What you mean?
Did you a favor. I put batteries in the thing. Sorry. I mean,
go to work with it. Like
women share men, they can share vibrators. I don't know.
Oh, damn.
They need a Facebook group for who's sharing my vibrator. Like
that's really nasty though.
It is.
That's really, really nasty. People move in with it in New York. They do it all the time. Have roommates that you don't know. In Jersey City, you've had roommates that you didn't know. Yeah. Did you have a lock on your door? Like, how did that situation work?
I did have a lock on my individual door, which was nice.
Okay.
No one ever stole my vibrator. I don't have a fucking vibrator, but that's fucking
no judgment.
that's horrifying, man. the fact, the girl said that she was lying on her, she framed her, and that she was using it as a way to break the lease. But then the girl said she wasn't even signed to the lease, so there was nothing to break. So she said she's moved on. She blocked her ex-roommate who's stealing her vibrator on all social media.
Wow.
But do you think this type of shit happens like more often than not? Because that's kind of gross.
Dude, my mom told me from a young age, she was like, listen, you're going to grow up. People are always going to talk about how boys are nasty, but I want you to know that women are just as nasty, if not nastier. And they keep it behind closed doors. You might never know about it, but they are nasty. So be careful.
Damn, your mom kept it real. Yo, she snitched on all the women.
Kept it 100. Kept it 100. My mom is a real one. Shout out Joyce.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm not surprised by this. I'm sure it happens more often than people think. Probably a lot of their roommates are just putting the vibrator or dildo back where it's supposed to be. But this person clearly they were saving it for later and got caught. But it's nasty.
Come on, buy your own fucking dildo. Buy your own vibrator. Buy your own sex doll.
I will say they're not cheap though. But if you're going to be using it like that, you can probably save up $150 to get a good hibachi or whatever you want. So
yeah, it's easier to split the cost. If you're okay with it.
Splitting the cost for a vibrator is wild.
It's a community vibrator. Like, don't be so selfish. Yo, this girl is obviously lonely. Like, women support women, right? No, I think it's gross.
How do women clean those things? Like, is it just like you throw it in the dishwasher? Do you have to like wash it by hand? Like, how does this work?
Bro, I have no idea.
Listen, let us know in the comments what y'all think about this story. Would you be okay?
Nobody would be okay with this, man. This is disgusting. If you're okay with this, go fucking seek some help. Like, that's gross, man. Hell no. Oh man. Like, I don't know. Like, as a guy, like, I don't keep no sex toys around, but like, you think there's guys out there who have sex toys and use it on multiple people, and like, you think women will be cool with that, or you think they'll be like, wait, where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. Like, if you have like handcuffs and they're just handcuffs that you got and you've used them on multiple people, I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem. Like, oh, what other chicks have you used these handcuffs on? Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I could definitely see like if you got butt plugs and you got mad different sizes and like, if you got the selection, they might have some questions for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like homeboy with the micro penis. Like, if he had the strap, like if he had the strap on, like, would he have to get a new strap on for every woman, or does he like put a condom on it? Like, do you think, because there's actually lesbians out there who aren't in relationships who use like strap-ons, do you think that they have one for each chick? Like,
I don't know. That's a really good question. For him though, that's his dick. Like, he don't need. He doesn't have to get. That's his shit. Like, that's the one that he never got. Like, so yeah, I think for him it's just like, listen, you expect him to be smart, clean it up, boil it, whatever nasty shit you want to do to make sure it's clean. Like, get it right. But I've seen the pornos before where they put like a condom on the strap, and I'm like, what is the point of that?
Because they be using it for multiple scenes and multiple people, so they're trying to be hygienic.
Oh man, a condom on plastic is crazy.
It is what it is, man. It's better than diseases.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
But yeah, that's disgusting, man. Watch who you room with, who you're living with, sharing space with. She waited too long to do the Googles. She should have did that before she moved in with this girl. It would have been a lot easier. But yeah, I think she learned her lesson, man. But a lot of these people, they've been putting all their shit on TikTok, yo.
I don't understand it. And I guess it's just this generation now where it's...
She was 30, bro.
Well, it's content over everything. People are trying to go viral. Like, clearly this worked for her. She's got an article. Her video has however many views. Like, it 3.2 million views on a 3-part saga video.
That's crazy. Yeah, maybe she did frame the girl. Maybe this was fake. Who knows? She didn't release the girl's name or anything, but who would go out of their way to do that? That's I feel like it's believable. I believe her. But it's gross. I don't blame her for leaving.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch my vibrator. Oh man, yeah, TikTok is crazy, bro. They actually offered their sympathies after a boy died from the Benadryl challenge, man. There was a challenge on TikTok of people taking a bunch of Benadryl, and he overdosed, bro. You know, it's allergy season. It's been kicking my ass the last couple weeks. I know you guys have allergies too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've taken Benadryl here or there. You know, that shit can really put you out.
No, that's a knockout punch depending on which one you take.
Yeah, and how much you take. This kid took way too much. And TikTok, they offer their sympathies. Do you think that they play any role and responsibility on these dangerous ass trends? Because they acted like they weren't aware of it.
I don't know. I mean, in one way, you're looking at the trend and you're like, okay, people are doing this for views. They're possibly lying about whatever this trend is. They just want people to look at them and stuff. And they're using this platform to get this out there. How much ownership is on the platform for this content? You know? Because technically, if you're posting on a platform, they own the content.
Yes. They own our content now.
Yeah, unfortunately. So I don't know. Like, you would think that they would do a little bit more than like issue a public apology, but what is expected in this case? This is kind of like unprecedented, really. It's like when people were going on Facebook Live and then shooting up grocery stores and stuff. Like, is Facebook responsible for that because they have the ability to go live on that platform?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Thoughts and prayers out to people who suffer from this, especially children. They're impressionable, so you never know what they're going to come across.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Y'all got to stop with these stupid ass trends, though. Find something that doesn't hurt. Like, go back to the ALS challenge, pouring buckets of cold water on each other and stuff. Like, let's go back to something simple like that.
You want to go back to the mannequin challenge? Those days are done. We're dying now.
Where we can raise money and like for a good cause, like something like that. But this stuff is killing people.
Yeah.
Remember the Tide Pods?
Yeah. Yeah, this is unprecedented. This has been happening. Now you name an example.
I know. I'm thinking of it now.
Yeah, this is definitely going to get worse. Hopefully Benadryl, they hook the family up with some money. I don't know.
This is how the AI is going to get us. They're going to set up fake trends that are like people doing dumb stuff that kills them.
Yeah, that's why people are afraid of TikTok, because of China setting fake trends. But hey, that's a different conversation, but it's all relative, man. Yeah. I just know, when I took too much Benadryl and drank a glass of wine, man, I was drunk in my dreams. I was like, I accidentally fucking roofied myself, and it was not fun. I was literally drunk driving in my dreams, and I was like, I feel out of control in my fucking dream. I didn't like it. Then I realized the next day
that you were asleep the whole time.
No, I realized why I felt that way, because I was like, damn, I did mix the Benadryl with the wine. Like, not smart, guys. Be careful and don't do these stupid ass challenges. Yeah. Go on a hike, bro. I know you like to hike a lot.
That's right.
Our boy Chet Hanks, he went on a hike for 2.5 hours, and he talked to himself out loud the whole time. You go on a lot of hikes, bro. What do you think of that, man?
Dude, that's kind of crazy. I wonder what he was on.
You think he was on drugs?
Yeah, probably.
Why? Because he was talking to himself?
Yeah, for 2 hours straight?
Yeah.
I just don't, I don't know. When I go on hikes, I'm just going for like peace, quiet, like to enjoy nature, get a little exercise in, maybe see some like random animals or something like that, or frogs, amphibians, whatever, birds, like stuff like that. But talking to myself that long?
Yeah, Chet Hanks is like one of my favorite nepotism babies, because he's just awful. His music is awful. His acting's pretty bad. I would hate to hear him talk for 2.5 hours. I'm just gonna play some audio of Chet Hanks talking in the past, man, just so we can hear it.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chatana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? Me father Tom Hanks presenting in a what soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
Imagine hearing that for 2.5 hours, bro. That man's from Beverly Hills.
The worst part is that's the only way I've ever heard him talk. I've never heard him like just normally speak English.
No,
I've only heard his accent.
Yeah, I would hate to hear him talk for that long, but people, it is good to go outdoors, especially it's getting warmer out. Get outside, maybe talk to yourself, maybe do something, whatever helps you relax. But yeah, man, it's been a great show, bro. Like, I feel like we got a lot in before we take a little bit of a break. How you feeling?
This was a fun live. I appreciate you all joining us. Again, all streaming platforms. Catch the podcast. It's dropping this Friday, Google and Spotify. And we'll see you again in a couple weeks. But I'm ready for this weekend. Looking at the weather, I might. Well, you said your golf clubs are still in South Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. I might be trying to at least hit the range or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I gotta bring it back up sometime soon. But it'll be soon. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Yeah. But I gotta get out. I'm trying to golf at least 3 to 5 times this year, at least. So we gotta get one in soon. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to all of our Mexican viewers, even though I feel like more Americans celebrate that than anyone else.
I know, right?
It's on a Friday this year, so you already know we're going to be acting a fool in the streets. Hopefully it's warm. I'm really excited. Sure, you have a wedding, right?
Yes, I have a wedding this Friday. Shout out to my girl, Elle. Yeah, we're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo with her and a bunch of friends.
That's cool. Yeah. So it's like a Cinco de Mayo inspired wedding.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's going to be really fun.
Are you going to drink tequila?
Nah, probably
just beer.
Probably not. Probably
nah. You got to do it. You got to drink the tequila. Come on,
they're sick.
Is it a Mexican wedding though, or no?
No.
Okay. Well, either way, they might come around with the tequila bottle. If they're pouring it in your mouth, then don't give them the thumbs up because they're gonna keep pouring. Okay, I'm just letting you know from experience. All right.
That's good advice, man. Yeah. Damn, you got to report back, next time.
Definitely. You've been busy, man. A lot of wedding and bachelor party stuff lately.
That time of year.
It is.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I'm definitely excited. It's getting warmer. I'm gonna go to the UFC fight on Saturday in Newark, Prudential Center. Been spending a lot of time in Prudential. Aljamain Sterling's fighting Henry Cejudo.
Okay.
Also, Gilbert Burns is fighting Bilal. What's his last name? Muhammad? Yeah, Bilal Muhammad. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. It's I went to 3 UFC events last year. It's the first one of this year. So it's expensive too, but whatever. It's all good.
Is it like all day starting at 6 and then all the way till the main card and stuff?
Yeah, main card's at 10. The Knicks play at 3:30 in South Beach. We're gonna light them up, and it's gonna be a great weekend. Cinco de Mayo's Friday. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to come back in 2 weeks. Hopefully, the weather's a lot nicer.
Listen, you're going to Colombia. That's gonna be the best weather that you're gonna see until the summertime.
not in Bogota. It's always rainy there.
Really?
Yeah. It's like overcast. Okay. Yeah, because it's like inland. But yeah, it's exciting stuff coming up, man. And then we come back. We're gonna be talking about Memorial Day weekend, and we're gonna be talking about hitting the street soon. We try to get out there with the people. We try to get out there and meet you guys and really interact. We it's cool virtually, but we gonna expand this year.
Feel the vibes. It's gonna be fun. Downtown JC, New York City. You know what it do.
Hell yes. Jersey. Shout out to the Jersey Devils. We here, and I'm super excited for the summer, man. So yes, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow on all platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. The Google Podcast. So. Damn, we are on so many platforms, guys. There's no excuse. No excuse to miss us.
Show support, show love. Let us know in the comments what you think about some of the topics we talked about. We covered a lot today. A lot. So let us know.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. So we'll see you then. Peace.